All right, we're doing some market replay on Tradeovate. This is my first time ever doing this. Start Friday because I just accidentally saw what happened Thursday. This is going to be January, January 3rd. Let's kind of make it a little bit realistic. Maybe I woke up a little late in the day. Let's do 6:20 because I am in the West Coast. Market starts at 30. We're gonna do say 1500. That's gonna be my balance. Probably just trading. I think I'm gonna go with probably Nasdaq. Why these? What is all this? Not like basic. If I can get ready. I did trade of it a while ago, but I'm getting back into trading now. I'd say it's been like a year, half, maybe a little bit longer. I've traded. Mostly just been swing trading stocks. Bear with me while I figure this out. Who knows? Maybe it's a learning experience. I think this is a fun way of making some videos. I wish I could just use my resets, my act, whatever. Figure this out. Ticket. The here 5 minute copy. Or it's a copy. Start at 5 minutes. Showed you. Like really wonder if the time is right. Because it is a Friday. Simulated Friday. quick. Oh, there you go. Main. Swap and how we do. Why it's so choppy. Bill pre-markets aren't that choppy. Doing quick analysis for funsies. I think I set this up so it's by putting in an entry, because like let's say I short right here, which I'm not actually gonna do because it's going straight up. Well, like it'll continue, but we'll see. I don't like that it moves like. One doesn't. Yeah, see, look, it's going straight up, so it's not a good idea to short just yet, even though see this downtrend, this obvious downtrend right here. Now it's gonna hit an actual spot where it can, but we'll see. That's the first red candle there. Keep in mind you're watching a total noob, so take my. See, now, I was saying that would have been a spot. I didn't actually say that, but would have been a pretty decent spot to short if you want. I might go. Gee. There's still some.
Order filled. Order cancelled.
You see, now that's where I messed up, right? We're gonna wait a second before I do that. I probably should have spread that out a little bit. It immediately stopped me out.
Order filled.
Because I didn't.
Order cancelled.
Yeah, that's where I should. I just got stopped out again. I think that one actually took profit though. But like this is too small. Let's do 200. That's what this is. Good thing we're not trading for realsies, right? But look, it back green. I would have got stopped out regardless here. I would have been put up here where I wanted my stop loss. But who knows? We'll see. You want to add. I got stuff. How's it going? But I still favoring short here. It's also where I could refine. Completely different. Hour. It's nice to go down. Hop on yourself out like a goof, like a friend here. Okay, see, now I still don't like if I had gone. That's the thing about trading, though. Really know until you have experience. Sports, trade performance. There you go. Losing trades, and that's trade because I got stopped out immediately. I still, whoops, I still don't like dragging. Range. That's what they call it. That whole snapping back. Play with that. About that. I did not. If I even want those shorts, I told. Hmm, That's Also, this is on like 2x, by the way. It's going faster. Real time. Ah. They call this the fair value gap. You know, I've learned a thing or two. Not the absolute worst at trading. Stopped out twice. VWAP, I think. If it hits. I don't know why it's so choppy. Real markets. Disgusting. I wonder if I want to switch days. Let's do something. Rat. Roll. Keep doing 200. Ooh. Way less choppy. Look at that. Justin. From the crash everybody was worried about. Oh, mostly positive. Kind of cheating doing market replay because you kind of know how things. No, I don't know what it looked like day to day, but people had a positive sentiment after, right? I'd say this is an uptrend range. My goodness. What? I think this is good trading. Not choppy like whatever that was. All right, we're back, and I think I figured out how to start or how to stop. Yep, I figured it out. Okay. Same thing. Start, continuous, auto fit, off. All right, let's not trade. I figure out what the like. Oh, I mean, features are open 24/7. So, fuck, Mark. Whack along. Sticky this charty. Longy here. Longy here. Bottom. Breaks out. It might be a breaky shorty. I kind of like the longy long. Breaks down. But I do not have short. What we're going.
Order filled.
Should not have gone long. Huh? I still do like a long, but as far as my stop, I don't know. I think right here. That's another thing I'm not so sure. But take profit is definitely there. See, that's the risky thing about going long here, but now I know that that's the bottoms. Yeah, as far as that, I could have waited before I went long, but I know that's definitely a stop. But if that wasn't there, that's the thing about that. Like I don't know what to stop because if you put it all the way down here, that's not a good risk forward. Look, the long did work out.
Order cancelled.
Profit. That was a perfect take profit. That was a total $100 off of would have been. I don't know, but we did make for dollars. 100 Monopoly money. Might go back long here. Guess we're just scalping at this point. Realistically, though, if that was my win for the day, I would have just. Markets. I still have a long sentiment. I don't know how to explain. Considering that's the short-term trend right here, most that'll go. But I would say that the last one is more luck than anything. Even I had a sentiment, it did freaking fake out the breakout. It would have totally stopped me out. See, if I wasn't like if this was a real trade, I don't know how my would have gone. Considering I didn't have a stop loss in mind before I set it. Now, if I were to go long again, my stop loss would probably, like, let's say I went long here, probably gonna be, but it looks like it went short. A lot of pressure short here. This is purely just from looking at price action. What I like. Just watching price action, just watching how it moves. Just going with the flow, right? You don't want to have one idea and stick with it, in my opinion. Because at that point, you're just chasing your narrative when the narrative could change at any moment. Or just brain. I don't know what I do with these boxes. People always make things up like fair value gap and yada yada. What makes it a fair value gap? Like, why is there supply here? Why is there demand? Like, I mean, it looks like it, but it's a good reason. And just this whole box. Ooh, there's supply here, and there definitely is, because that's where people are going long and pushing it upwards. So, I mean, maybe that's why. Maybe I just answer my. Like when you're trading, you don't want to rush into pushing the buttons, right? I did rush that first one. I did make profit off of it, but I don't think that was a good trade at all whatsoever. Like at this point, if it went back down, I will buy again, right? But as far as where it's at, like I'm not really sure. But once we get back down, it goes. It could go either way. It could break down, and it could just screw me. If even it goes up here, I'll short. A good idea, short. And it's not about taking a bunch of trades, right? If this were real, you don't want to take a bunch of trades because you got to worry about commitment. And there's a higher likelihood of you failing and screwing up if you do a bunch of trades without thinking first. And if you were to wait for a good setup. But when it comes to demo accounts, I feel like high quantity trading is not bad, but you don't want to have the habit of messing up, but you still want to have fun with it, I guess, because that's how I learn, is just having fun with it and not worrying too much about being. We're also in the middle of a range. The greatest place to trade. Like sure on the 1 minute time frame, like your range, uptrend range at that. But then you're also looking at the 1 hour and you're in the middle 1 hour range. Do I short here is the question. If I were to short there, good. See if it loses steam here. If it does, we'll. Otherwise, we're not doing anything with it. One more candle.
Order filled.
Felt it. Felt good. I take profits. I don't know. Is that a good risk? Say maybe a 1-to-1 risk, but I could also just risk all the way down here. Not risk, take profit all the way. Again, it could also go against me right here. We're just gonna wait and see, and then I learned after it happens. That's already going through what I could have done better if I get stopped out. But we're gonna wait and see. That's a reason I chose the stop loss there. I halfway. That's just the next resistance. Put it just a bit higher than that. Because when you do it that low, it wicks popped out. But this looks good, so I think it's pretty good actually. It might reverse. Okay, profit. But I'm all the way down because that's where it landed, right? And that's where bottom is. Hey, start of the day. It hasn't really lost steam yet. Kind of has. Looks like it still wants to go. This is the part of trading that nobody can teach you, right? Is staring at this and like watching it from third person view of what is happening. Like, what are people feeling? Like, just now, like, if this doesn't wick down at all, I feel like people have lost that sense of selling, right? And at this point, I can just drop down. Break even. But look, it's still pushing. It kind of wanted to lose steam, but it's still pushing. But it did hit VWAP, so that's another form of support. again, like nobody teaches you, like, oh no, it went green. What's gonna happen? You know, like, oh, it's going green again. Like, do I want to sell it off and just take profit, or do I want to just leave my stop at break even? You know, like usually they teach you to just leave it at break even and not take profit, but that that would have been an ideal place to take profit. Probably gonna stop me out. To hit VWAP and it's because again, VWAP is a good form of support. Even if it's imaginary, right? Everything, all these lines are just imaginary, but people they use it. Oh, look at that. And that's just totally random. Like, why did it just wick down like that? I'm just going to move my stop because it did wick down, which is crazy. And now it's still green. So, like, people, you just, again, you just never know. Like, just watching price action, like, what does all this mean? Nobody can teach you, nobody can tell you what it means. Just got to look at the chart and have experience with it. Like I love this. like like what was that random just like like dump in sellers? Now it's gonna go all the way down and hit my take profit probably. Like people say leave your take profit there, but I'm inching on maybe I should just close this out and just take what I've got. That's another thing about price action too, right? Okay, I think I might gonna buy back.
Order filled.
Oh, I screwed up. I don't hit that.
Order cancelled.
No. I messed up. What did I do?
Order
Am
cancelled.
I still in? I should have. I don't think I'm in.
Order cancelled. Order cancelled.
I took profit. Yeah, because looking at that price action, I wanted to secure that, but did I mess up? How much did I make on that? I made 240 on that. Did I make 240? No, I made a. So my first trade I made 117, and then my second trade I made one. But again, like that's another thing about price action is like you're staring at that and it feels like I can say that because that's what it feels, but I don't know how it's gonna feel for anybody else. Like it feels like somebody is like it wants to go up and it did go up, right? But then now I'm not so sure. Like when we were in that situation where it just dumped, like I knew it was gonna go down further. I said knew, but like I didn't know for sure, right? It's good to say in hindsight, but when you're looking at the price action, you just feel like boom, just drop down, and then you're just watching it, and it feels like it's gonna put down further, and it did until this point right here. And then when it went to this candlestick, it was people weren't sure of whether it's going up or down, or would have had a better take profit if I didn't sell, but I got scared. I don't know if all this is nonsense or it's actual actual good advice, but again, don't take my advice. Yeah, I am not that good. I have no proof, no evidence of me any good at all whatsoever. Like now that it's down here, like my thought process is I want to go long here. But will it be a good idea to go long? That's the big question, right? Is it a good idea? And it could be a good idea, but what happens? That's why you have a good stop loss. I don't think I'll go long. Go. Like when you're first trading, you want to buy, sell, buy, all that. You just want to jump in, right? I think that's the biggest thing is when do you jump in? Does it feel right to jump in? Do you have a good setup to jump in? Or is it all nonsense? Or does that even matter? If I just went straight long, I don't feel good long setup. Just like, look how that uptrend just totally broke. Even though that uptrend was just free market, but still, though, evident. And now it's completely gone downhill, completely changed. Again, we're drawing imaginary lines again. Now it's going in a downward. Imaginary lines. They're imaginary until they're not. But if you go back to the chart, it's still in the range with a slight uptrend. I don't know why I sound so depressed. But then if you look at the 15, still in an uptrend, but it has not broken completely down yet. This is where you get psyched out, right? You're like, oh no, it's gonna break down, but these imaginary lines are stronger than you think. Until they're not. I keep going back and forth, but it's true though. It's wanna you wanna take them into account, but you also wanna think that they won't work. You need to be ready when they don't work. Like, what are you gonna do when these imaginary lines are really imaginary? You see, like if I had bought here, I would have been. Would I have sold here? Probably gonna be top. If I had went long where I thought I wanted to go long, which is right here, I would have been topped out. But then I decided, no, I don't think I'm gonna go long. But now here's a good setup too. You got low of the day. Then it second, and I got this. I'm over here mouth breathing. Draw a freaking straight line. Why does it do that? Yeah, so we got some form of support here. All the way back, which is crazy. But again, there is some form of support there, so it's decent. Might be a good long. almost my bedtime, so I'm probably gonna end this video. Gone. Holy crap. I've ever made. Oh, you can even see my my real time. 2 a.m. Okay. Yeah, I might go long here. Actually, if I go long here, it's gonna be my last trade. Again, like you go long here, where do you put your stop? Good. See where this doji can. Doji is when it's like you see this like right here. It's when they're like, oh, is it short or are we gonna go up or we're gonna go down? Or we don't know. But now it looks like it's going down. Right? For a second there, it's a doji candle, but it didn't close as a doji candle. But still, look, people are unsure of where we're. But if I were to go long, I don't know where I would take profit. Like maybe I still think this is a good long. This is or further, but I could be wrong. And I'm probably wrong because it's actually going. He wanted it to go, but I didn't take it. That wasn't 100% my gut feeling. You're never 100% down, but it is in a sideways. You know, when it goes down like this, and it sometimes, like in the middle of the day, it'll just range sideways for. I don't know why it does that. People, there's still volume. I could have totally gone long. Profit there. I might not even take this trade and just call it a day. Even though this was a market replay. Still enjoyed this actually. You didn't know market replay is like $50 or something like that. Trade of 8 per month. My first time using it. Really freaking good. Because I do not have time during the real market time. Might go long. It's gonna break out long. But totally. If I were to go. And then there are times where you just miss your setup, right? You had an idea in your head and you thought it would take longer, but then you just totally missed it. It is a very bad idea to go chasing. You got to think like, oh, I only have one opportunity to got a million opportunities, maybe even an infinite amount of opportunities. So don't rush into a trade. Like, say you don't even take a single trade today. Oh, boohoo, whatever. Just spawn. Figure it out later, man. You don't have to make, unless you're broke. Then you should probably get a job, not trade, right? Trading should not be your main source of income when you've had no income. That makes sense. Like if you're depending on trading you money, when you haven't already gotten experience and a set amount of time, like maybe 5 years. You can even say 1 year if you're a really good trader. But if you haven't had time trading, don't make it your main source of income when you had no. That's when you're desperate and when you crappy trades. Why do I say this? Because I've been there, done that. Go get a job. Or you have enough money. Do what I'm doing. Market replay, $50 a month. That might seem crazy, but if you're gonna go spending a bunch of money in the market without any experience, 50 bucks. Because the amount of money you spend on just purely is crazy. Crazy. I did have that same thought process. Like, why don't I just trade for realsies and not do this pretend stuff? Because when you trade for realsies with real money, the emotions are totally different. Right now, I could care less my trades make, but I do want to make real strategic moves though. That's kind of what I'm doing this for. Is I want to experience the strategic move quicker 2x time frame. So you're not just sitting at the desk all day. Plus, I don't have much time work shifts. Good all around. It gives you experience. You don't have to be up for the market. Do market might be a good short spot. Again, price action is going on. There's so giant.
Order filled.
You like I was saying though, price action. Why is there so many high wicks? My opinion, I think that means or wants to go up, and then people are like, "Nope, we're selling it out." Yeah, got this guy is like, maybe we'll give it another test. Maybe it's working. Might get stopped out, and we'll just sell. Go sideways. And there's a lot of high wicks. My opinion, it might just keep doing it for a little bit, and then or it'll go upward and stopped out. This is where like, oh, I should move my stop up. I'm not gonna do that because well, it's above VWAP. You don't have. I feel like there's a lot of contention here. We're like buy or do we a lot of pressure upward? Still gonna leave my stop. Oh, that's probably gonna
Order
Stop
cancelled.
66. See, not so bad. And holy crap, look at that. See, I was wrong there. Looked like people wanted to sell, like people wanted to buy. Right around here, like you could happens. And it looked like if you replay my video here, the like look at it, my opinion right here, it was like bubbling, right? Like wanted to boil, burst, and it did. That's exactly what it boiled for. Yeah, it's completely different from right earlier when it was like it was going up and all of a sudden it went, pew. I think that's just a giant with a lot of shit. Over here, I think this it bubbled up and then it just went crazy long. And we got 2 out of 3 minus what happened earlier. Talk about that. Oh, what's our profit here? First P. That's a crazy update though, dude. Holy crap. Out of $1,500, doing MNQ. Micro E-mint. The smaller form of E. Because futures are leverage, right? And micros. I still need to learn what the leverage amount is, and holy crap, look at that price. Oh, this went crazy. Pretty high of the. I wanna get touch it. Not even keep hit high. Give it one more candle if it goes shows any strength. And like people call this a doji or like orange. But if you looked at when the doji formed, it didn't look like dealing with the doji. I don't know how to explain that. Erratic. Like people aren't sure. Like this one. Stronger. loss of loss of buyers.
Order filled.
I never use Fibonacci, but this is another thing about trading. When it's going against you, do you stop out early or do you just take a bigger loss? Totally gonna stop me out. It does look against me. Yeah, it's totally going.
Order
Stop
cancelled.
filled.
Should we? Six and kind of did. That's a. We're still up 105. Even though I lost two, I should have just. This is where you go out, right? Where you stop. Even though there's another chance of being up here. We're gonna pretend like. Chart. In one sense, it's therapeutic. Just when you're losing money or discipline. You gotta be disciplined. Stops and profit. If you're gonna start an account, you should any money whatsoever in it. Don't like if it's your last $100, like don't even. But if you got extra money, you risk it for the biscuit. Otherwise, if you want to make money, you don't want not willing to risk like there's a gauge on what you're willing to risk. How much and how quickly. I don't know if that's the right word. Like how strongly you want to risk your money. There's like you're really open if you just invest in whatever. Like index funds are one of the best ways for slowly investing with. There's always going to be risk, but it's not as high. Whereas, like, if you're going to invest in an index fund and leave it for 50 years or whatever, constantly putting money. You're eventually gonna make money. Time. Holy crap. Such a straight. Imagine if I went long where I said I would have taken profits. I still think this is gonna go down. Like, for sure, it's gonna go down. It hit the range. I want to go back in. Experiment happens with 50. Hmm. Breaks here. All right, this is gonna be the last one for. That's another thing I gotta be disciplined about. Say the last one. It's gotta be your last one. And just I'm tired too. I do it for the fun. But if it goes any higher, I'm not. I guess that's a good way of calling it no man's land. When you have no reference point, it's like literally no man. Like if it goes up higher, like touch it. Or I don't want to touch it by you. Touching it if it goes up there because you really have no charting points whatsoever. Where do you put your stop loss? Like if you're in the green and it's in no man's land, great. But if you're going the opposite direction and you're in no man's land, that is the absolute worst place to be. Let's see this breakdown. Question is, how do you know that it's an actual breakdown or if it's just a gap, right? No clue. I haven't looked at the charts in. Even if you're experienced, I don't even know how you'd. Like, I feel like you just need to be in a position where you stop loss. If it's an actual breakout, great. If it's not, you don't lose all your money. Also, throughout the day, keep an eye. Are we going into no man's land tour? Like at this point, sort of reference point, uptrend range. What? I'm bored. I'm just staring at it, and I wouldn't say I'm bored. Like patiently. Like this is a majority of the time. Staring and I don't think we should get into this. Like if I had been long, like that would have been. I think I might just call it. Totally call it. Probably do this again. Might make this a hit this editing. Keep it raw. Kind of want to make videos of my sort of way. Then eventually, when I am a guru of sorts, people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's yada yada yada. He didn't make millions of dollars. He's not real. Yada yada yada." I'm gonna be like, "This is your proof, right? Go to my first video, watch it. Mark my." Yeah, I I would love to see it break down. At this point, I don't, or at least it won't be as fast. Would have because the volumes, it's, I mean, still good, but really gotten to. trend. Eventually it's back down. Who knows? We're up 105 on a play count day. We could have totally just left it. Ooh, this looks good. Looks good. Do I want to go in another trade here? Looks good. Maybe I spoke too soon. This is gonna be the longest freaking video ever. Holy crap. We're over an hour already. I might go here. I don't think it's. I mean, that first candle. Question mark. Stare at the. Learn a little bit. Again, it could also. Oh, you can't control. It's also a thing of. Try that strategy. Why not? I don't feel like it. I don't know if you just that feel. Just have. I feel like this is. formed so slow. Or it might go. It strong. Selling pressure. Pretty good selling pressure. Hmm. At this point, I don't know if it's just me tired or what. So short. Could just be, yeah, I'm not too sure where it's going. It does look, you want to get in. Get in if this gives me a solid. This is down.
Order filled.
That felt good. We'll see if it's actually. I wish I could fast forward it. Can I? Oh, I can. I can only go 4x. Pause it. All right, I think this one's gonna take a while, so I might just pause it. I'll come back. No, I think I'll just I'm gonna do as minimal editing as you guys can skip. You can watch the whole thing, get nuggets of knowledge. That might not mean much. Or maybe I'm just a genius. Who knows? This does look good though. Go down. Man, this is gonna take forever. Or I'm just gonna get stopped out. It looks like it wants to go up again. So I might lose all of my profit if I get stopped out though. So that would suck. Real bad. But it's fake money, so who cares? Man. Probably gets oof. Okay. What did I learn? It likes to go up and then likes to go down a little and then likes to go up a lot again. This was just a total green day though. When it does that, it like that's something I need to get used to. But it goes up like crazy and it goes down. It goes down just to like recharge and it goes boom up again for its next wave. I've seen that multiple times. I always get caught in it.
Order
Stop
cancelled.
Stop down. Ooh, I'm down 28 now. You see, this is why when you've made money, just leave the day. Look at that. Went straight back down. Holy crap. That's another thing too, right? Like, how tight do you want your stop loss to be? Like, this just wicked up and hit it. Doing some. Even though it's on 4. This was life. It'd be a lot more slow. We're gonna watch it for a second, then I'll do an update for once I make the next video. I'm just gonna go the next day over. Today was today's fake day, April 1st. We're gonna do the next time we do this, it's gonna be April 2nd. So life where every day we're gonna do every next, but it's probably just gonna be a market replay series until I actually get good at trading, and then when I say good, it's like it should probably clarify what I mean by like when I'm consistently profitable and when I take it seriously without actually around and but I still do want to take risky trades that I think will that are that I'm like not 100% sure on because I want to kind of want to simulate what it feels like even though it's fake money. See what it feels like when you're in the trade. But far as this, you also want to try to be profitable. Demo account before they get live. And if I had it here, it would have just stopped me out. I don't think I would have taken profit there. But yeah, I think this is the new range though for the next day over. Draw the box. I think this is the new range for the next day. Or it could just break down overnight. That's the video, guys. Thanks for watching. Everybody says this, but if you want to keep watching, subscribe. Leave me some comments on, and you think I'm full of shit, tell me. It might just be. If you think this was a good learning experience for you, let me know too, because I would like some feedback. But again, first two trades were great, minus the first two actual trades that I was messing around with. But yeah, once we got on April 1st here, it went pretty good. First two trades went well. Then I should have just stopped. But I did want to try two more trades against me. I should have stopped there. I took a third trade, which was right here. And that was what brought to the negative. Let's see conditions. Trading fee. Trading fees is total profit loss here. Because $9 in trading fee from 5 trades. It's crazy. Crazy. Because it counts for your buying of the contracts and your selling of the contracts. So 10 in total. That's why it's high. But yeah, that's the video. Thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one, hopefully.